Hello and welcome. It's Laurie Mitchell and you're listening to Speed Manifesting. This is the members webcast for Thursday. And what we're doing today is a shorter tele class because there is a lot going on, but I want to be brief about it. I want this to be a refresher today. I want this to rejuvenate you, because as we do this live webcast, there is a lot going on in the world. And I'm very aware of it. I'm aware of it energetically. At least now I understand more about what it feels like when there's a lot going on in the world, whether it's an earthquake or other things. And so I just work on my own energy and releasing energy. And then I get clear on the logical process as well as the spiritual process of creating. So again, just like I said last week, the process of creating is very straightforward, and then you need to know what stops you from creating. So we're just going to do a very short webcast today, and that is to get you back on track, so that whatever's going on in your life or in the world, if it is distracting you, like you are the possum in the headlights, I need to help you to get back in alignment with what you want in life and in the world and whatever else is there catching your attention at the moment. So for instance, if there is something going on that is challenging you in the world and it looks like it is out of your control and you're feeling victimized by the world, then we all have an opportunity to turn around and come back to base, come back to what we want within ourselves. So that's not putting our heads in the sand about life. There are very specific actions that we need to take based on what's important to us in life. And what's important to you may not be what's important to the person beside you. It does not mean that they're apathetic because they're not marching in the streets about something. It just means it's not their message for life. You need to get really clear on what it is that you want, and in a not just a positive spin, but in a positive way that says what you do want rather than what you don't want. So for instance, let me give you my own example. I don't want fluoridated water. I don't want fluoride in my water. And when I moved to the place that I live now, it was beautiful and clear 6 years ago. And then less than 3 years ago, they started fluoridating the water. And of course, I found out more and more about that and the liberty or lack of liberty and freedom that is in that for those of us that just want clean, pure, natural water like we used to get. And so I can get drawn into a whole conversation, and I can send petitions to MPs. Been there, done that. And the vibration was so negative that I thought this isn't, it doesn't feel good, so what is it that I really want? I started getting clear on that I want natural tap water. I want to be able to turn on my taps and have natural clean water coming out of it, healthy natural water. And so far what has happened is that we distill our own water. It's very easy for us to do that. And we're working on moving toward more and more of that. And so, no matter what, for me personally, marching in the streets about something is not my vibration. There are people right now who are protesting in New York and Chicago about the Reserve Bank or the central banks. There is no way that would be my vibration to march on the streets. However, I feel very strongly about what they're doing. And so I want to understand what to do and what full exposure is to what's going on, where I am, and what I can do with my own money to make a difference. So I just want you to know that creating what you want doesn't mean sticking your head in the sand, but it also doesn't mean taking the pig pen and spreading it all over yourself and then living in it and immersing in it to show that you care. The creative process is one that turns toward what you do want and then creates from that. So being an activist in any way, shape, or form doesn't invalidate someone else who is taking a different path. And we all have our own paths and our own ways to take to deliver the message that we came here to deliver. And that's at a soul level as well as at a physical level. It's expressing our values in the physical life so that we are authentically being who we are. I cannot come to this work and never speak about things that I'm passionate about, even though they might seem to be dipping into the negative. I feel anger. I feel disappointment sometimes. I know what to do with those emotions so that I can then be released from the past, which means a couple of hours ago past of the emotions I felt and the victimization and the disappointment and anything else. I release those emotions so that I can then say, wait, what is it that I want? That's right. What I want is to live in a world where women and children are cherished, where teachers are exalted, where men can be the peaceful warriors that they truly are, where we can live in a world of coexistence and expand in our understanding of what spirituality and the expression of spirituality is in a logical world, in a world that is not made up by a sick mind, but by one that instead is a tool that is perfect for the creative process and using the mental faculties we have. And of course, if you know speed manifesting and the speed manifesting method, all of that sounds familiar. So step one is knowing what you want. Get really clear. What is it I want here in any situation, big or small? And if the whole world is at the moment overwhelming you because you are truth seeking and you are getting the information that you're asking for and you're having to sift through to find truth, then in the moments in between that, find some calmness and then find some joy. It doesn't invalidate the importance of what you're up to in truth seeking when you can stop, rest, laugh, look for something to appreciate that's totally different to what your mission is at the moment. So stay in your calmness, find some joy, find some appreciation in something else, and then get back on your passion. Use your will, direct it. Hold your imagination for something really great, a great result that is after everything is settled and you are in a new world, and it's a world of your own creation. It's a result that is perfect for you. Don't worry about everyone else. Truly. The VIPs in your life, include them in your feelings of being happy that they're happy with whatever it is. And find an imaginative place that is in the emotions of satisfaction and fulfillment for the results. And then if you need to put a picture up on your fridge, if you need to create a vision board or put something on your phone that you can look at that is visual, that's great. But get the emotion in there and spend a few seconds, a few moments, several times a day imagining it. Put something on your fridge. Write down a list of things and put them on your fridge just like you would put a grocery list. It's the same thing and it works the same way. So know what you want and write it down and put it in front of you so that every once in a while during the day you see it. It could be in the front of your diary as well. And then imagine, step 2, imagine with emotion. So take a few moments to imagine it and then walk away, come back to life and appreciate. Now those 3 steps alone are enough to get the creative process happening. The other 4 steps are for you to hone and speed up the manifestation. But you will get things moving in a direction that you choose. And sometimes you will switch your polarity away from the negatives, the things you don't want, into the things you do want. And what happens is your subconscious starts to do its beautiful work and filter out what you're not focused on and filter in. It's like changing the vertical blinds to a different angle so that instead of seeing the concrete wall, you see the garden. And suddenly that beautiful tool that is your subconscious starts filtering in the opportunities for expansion in your life, the opportunities to move you toward what you've written down, which means you know what you want, you've connected to it, and then imagined, and then get in that state of appreciation for something, anything, and that vibration of appreciation, whether it's your cat, has nothing to do with what you're creating and what you're choosing and what you're intending, but it gets you aligned with source energy. So it's like plugging in. So you've imagined it. That's kind of the order that you're putting in there. So just remember, just shake off the world every once in a while and get back to what is it that I want here. Immerse yourself in what you need to so that you are a truth seeker and that you are aware. But don't stay there too long, because it really is the headlights. And you will get squashed. You need to move out of that and focus on getting yourself into the vehicle and getting on the road to what would make a difference to you and the people that are important in your life. What's your message? Are you a teacher? Are you an activist? Are you a creator, an inventor that is creating a new way that other people can suddenly see as an alternate way, and they can start voting with their feet and their dollars and their actions? So I really encourage you to do something from that perspective, knowing that we all need this. We absolutely all need this, and the creative process is what we need. I know that when I put this method together, it was years ago that I just knew inside me that there would come a time when we needed to learn how to create from nothing, to generate and manifest from nothing. It doesn't mean from scarcity. It just means that we have to hone this process so well so that whatever we are faced with, whether it's in our family circle or whether it's in the world and in whatever else is impacting us, that we stay on track, that we get really clear, and that we are the ones who hold the calmness for what we want. We cannot hold the calmness for the whole world. There may be people on the planet that that's possible for, but what's really important is for you to hold the calmness for you and to allow others to see that calmness in your understanding of the creative process and how it works. That's what's really important. So that's it today. That's the important message that I really wanted to get to you, because I feel that this message needs to be heard now, and that you need to understand the creative process, those first 3 steps of speed manifesting right now, and get busy with those, doing what is important to you and what feels good to you, and then just get on with life and stay busy, but stay open. And of course that's where those other steps come in, which if you've read the book or you've downloaded the ebook or watched the other videos, you'll understand what those steps are. And they all fit into this. It's straightforward. I did it, and then I went back and tried to figure out how I did it so I could duplicate it, because I knew that I had done something so fast that turned things around so quickly that I was on to something, but I also knew that if I couldn't figure out the process behind it, then I might not be able to duplicate it. And that was what I wanted to do, was make sure that I understood it enough that I could use it when I needed to get back on track. So this isn't about getting to a place for you of guruism or enlightenment. This is about you being a human being living a human life with other human beings you are in relationship with. And guess what? You get all of your emotions, and you get all of everyone else's emotions, and you get to work out what is important to you, and then you get to experience that in lots of different ways. That's what we're all doing here. So yay! Celebrate what you can celebrate. Do not live in the future, because there's no such thing as the future. The future never arrives. And what we call the future, what we actually call the future, is our imagination. Think about it. What we call the future is actually a mental construct called our imagination. And we can visit it, and it's very useful as a mental tool. It's one of our mental faculties, and it's not a real place to arrive at. So make sure that once you do visit your imagination, it's a great place to go and imagine having more, and imagine being more, and imagine doing more, and imagine spending more, and imagine having more fun and more, without then coming back and feeling scarce. Instead, go there, visit it, know what it is, that the imagination is meant to be a creative tool for you to get into the feeling and the alignment and give the order for what you do want. So I hope today was useful in just going, hey, wait, come back here, come back here. We're all getting turned to a lot of energy that's going on in the world at the moment. And we need to come back to what's important to us, what's really important to us. And that is expressed through our values. And then choose. Write down what we do want. Imagine with emotion. Get grateful. Get very appreciative of what we do have, and then start flowing through the other steps. Great. So thank you for listening today, and I look forward to hearing from you shortly. If you want any more information, the website is there for you. It's SpeedManifesting.com. SpeedManifesting.com. Thanks for listening tonight. You have a brilliant week.